Hola, bienvenidos a Vivir Fit con Vivi. El día de hoy haremos espalda. Comencemos. Tres, dos, uno. Cambio.
With a ribbon and stars, and most people had a gig for the money, and every everybody thought it was just for a while. There was a time when the birds were singing, and you thought it was a song on the radio. And most people said it was for freedom.
3, 2, 1.
Cambio. There was a time when I was your man, and everything was on, everything was on, everything was on. Fire. Fire. Everything was on. Fire. There was a time when the rich were wrong. The more money, the more they were alone. And most people play jazz for a living,
3, 2, 1.
but everybody was game for rock and roll. There was a time when your hair was blue, and I thought it was a way to find the truth. And most people said it was for love, that it was a bad right to go to war. There was a time when I was your man, and everything was on, and everything was on, everything was on. Fire. Fire. Everything was on.
3, 2, 1.
Fire.
Cambio.
There was a time when the birds were singing. There was a time when the rich were wrong. Everything was on. There was a time when the best was coming out of a box with a ribbon and stars. Everything was on. Fire. Fire. Everything was on. Fire. Everything was on. Fire.
3, 2, 1.
Everything
Cambio.
was on. Fire. Everything was on.
Back on the grind, I ain't really been relaxing. More 20s in the back, talking Jacksons. Been looking in the pictures since back when. They been wild now, should've seen me back then. Back then, I was pretty stacks in. Bring the racks in, rolling like the packs in. All that action, I ain't really clapping.
3,
See me locked in, y'all, all
2,
that action.
1.
Back, back,
Cambio.
back on the back, 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 back on the. They been wild now, should've seen me back then. Back, 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 back on the back, 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 back on the. See me locked in, y'all, all that action. Back on the grind. now, should've seen me down.